Hey campers, George here. Sitting outside just relaxing, enjoying the day. Mary's actually with me. If you look carefully, she's lying on her blanket in the window. I don't know why she didn't come out. She normally spends all day out in this thing. But while I'm here, this is something I do fairly often. So let me explain. Let's check it out. What I'm talking about is every time I get a new knife, well, a new knife to me, one of the things I like to do is grab that knife, come outside here and work on a project that I'm normally working on. This one is this guy. Walking staff, stick, whatever you want to call it, in a noisy neighborhood. Of course, what I'll do is I'll take that new knife, like I said to me, and want to see if it works with my nasty grubbies. And yeah, it was quiet right up until I turned the camera on. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll take the knife out and I'll play with it just to see if it works for me. And this particular knife, this guy here, and yep, Rough Ryder. This one I got from a subscriber, Billy, Colorado. You probably saw the video about that. I did a mail call with him and he asked me for a favor and I did it for him. Then he contacted me again because he had sent this guy. This one is the Yellow Large Stockman from Rough Ryder. You can see it here. It's a wonderful knife and I really like this color. Anyway, he contacted me after I had done the video and he said, you know, that Stockman that you're going to make the sheath for, you'd be interested in swapping it for white. And he said to me, I saw your code red, this guy from Rough Ryder. It's a fixed blade, comes with a nice sheath and everything. It's actually a very nice knife. Has a Warrenclyffe style blade on it, which is why I liked it. To be honest, I have a lot of fixed blade knives, more than enough. And I thought, you know what, if you would like that, I'll do it. So that's what we did. And I kept this Stockman. Then I thought, let me test it out. So here I am, testing it out. And I'll go over this with you right now, so we can see what it's all about. So like I said, it's a Stockman. It's a very nice knife. It's very big, a little heavy for me. I don't know if I could carry this in my pocket. And he said he wanted a slip for it so he could put it in his pocket. Slips provide you a lot of uses. One, if you have a non-locking blade, for example, like a friction folder, it's nice to put it in a slip when you put it in your pocket because there's no chance of that blade popping out. When you put your hand in there, you might just nick yourself. So having it in a slip is a way to be a little bit safer. This guy really doesn't need a slip, but some people just like to carry them in a slip instead of on a belt or something like that. It's not as obvious that you're carrying a knife. Here it is here, and as you can see, it has the Rough Ryder badge. Now, this badge really got my attention. Let me show it to you. You see that? I don't have a Rough Ryder that has that, the double R on a badge. And I really thought that's very cool. And it like I said, it's a Rough Ryder. I'm a big Rough Ryder fan. And these guys, for the money, you can't beat their value. Look at this. It's really good. There's no gaps. Very clean, well made, nice, good looking knife. The blades, it is a Stockman, so it'll have three blades on it, which for me is almost a whittler. The blades on this, which is very common for Rough Ryder, just about all their traditional knives that they produce, and they produce many. If you haven't looked at Rough Ryder, you might want to look at them. Inexpensive. The value for what you pay is unbeatable. And this one, they use 440A stainless steel, and everybody's like, ooh. For me, and what I use my knives for, it's more than enough. I like to whittle. I can't walk past a piece of wood without pulling out a blade and cutting it. see what it works like. So, like I said, Stockman, you can see here, it's got that beautiful yellow. I really like this color for a blade and for the you know, the skins. It's just, for me, it's very traditional work style. It's a working blade. Nice bolsters, you can see them here, nickel silver, just like all of them. Like I said, very clean. Has the shield, your 3 pins here. You can see that. And here are the blades. Here's the first one. And it's a nice big sweeping clip. You can see that there. And it has on the tang stamp, it says RR, Rough Ryder. And on the other side, it'll tell you the blade steel, and it's made in China. So this model, and it tells you on here, and it says RR603. You can see that there. And right up here, on all their blades, it says 440, razor sharp steel. They're correct about that. Their knives, they come sharp. This is straight from the factory, and it's slicey. And all their blades are like that. So I've never been disappointed in Rough Ryder. I do own about Rough Ryders. I finally got a collection together. You may have seen that. I'll put links below and all this stuff. I finally collected a full series that they came out with, and I really liked that series. It was the Rough Ryder Faded Blue Jean Denim series. Beautiful series. A friend of mine gave me a table so I could display it, and it worked out really great. We have a clip. The length of this clip, I believe, is 3 1/4 inches, tip to the bolster. Okay. It does have a nice ricasso, typical for them, and it has that little choil. They never have a very big choil, but it does help when you're sharpening. The other blade, you can see it right here. Yep, sheep's foot. Similar markings. It does say Rough Ryder on there. Nothing on the other side. The main blade has all the other information. And this guy, I believe it's 2 1/4 inches long. I don't have anything to measure with it, but if I remember, that's what it said on the spec. Something they do in all their traditionals. The nail necks are a match strike, very traditional, and a very nice sheep's foot. A nice little blade for whittling. Not ideal, but it's pretty good. It's almost as good as having a nice Warrenclyffe, which I think makes a really good whittling blade. Here's the other one. Yep, it's a spay blade. These are nice because you can get into places without damaging things, and we all know what they use for traditionally. And you can see, very nice, and I believe it's the same as that sheep's foot, 2 1/4 inches. So very nice knife, very clean, very happy with this. The overall length, bolster to bolster, 4 1/4 inches. You can see that, very nice. These bolsters are great. One thing I did notice on this series, they don't have any markings on the bolsters. A lot of the Rough Ryder series will have the double R or the single R or something on there. These don't. Very clean. Really like the way these came out. It is a slip joint, so it doesn't lock on any of the blades. Not a problem. Thickness of the blades, about 0.6 thickness on the blades, which is a healthy blade. This is not a small little pocket knife. It's fairly big. The blades, the way they sit, are okay. Obviously, this is, you know, a 3-blade knife, so one of the blades is going to be a little offset, and they did a good job there. It offsets there nicely, so you can see that. Very clean. The snap on these are always good. They're always solid. You can hear that. All of them snap, and of course they snap in there. Very good. You can half stop them, but it's not a real half stop, and snap right in. Very nice. Love these Rough Ryders. They do an awesome job with this stuff. So there you have it. How much it weighs, I'm not sure, but it is a little heavy, and for me, I don't intend to carry this around. If I do, I'm going to make a sheath for it. I'll make one of my barrel sheaths. Nice, easy little project. Always very satisfying. Like I said, I like to test them out, so I'm working on this stick here. I'm kind of making a tutorial on walking sticks and how I do it, so this will be part of that. But this is the stick that I'm doing it on, and I've made a little pattern here, and I'm cutting things out eventually to make like a very basic open basket weave on it. And I've tried different things. You can see here, I tried my Dremel on it to see if I could make little dents there, and it seems to work pretty good. I prefer not to use powered equipment, but I thought I'd give it a try because so many people do it, and I thought, let me see how well it works, and it's okay, and you can make some really nice patterns with it. Right now I'm just working my way down to here to get this finished off, get these a little deeper, you can see there, and then eventually clean them up so they look like they're weaving in between each other. What I'm going to do down here, well, the way I make a stick is it happens when it happens, and as I go, let's try this or that. So I like to experiment. So there you go. That's what I'm doing right now with Mary, who for some reason has decided to take a nap right in the window. Let me show you the whole shooting match here opened up. There it is there. Look at that. Very, very nice. I like this, and I think I'm going to go and have a look and see what else they have in this same style. Right now I'm looking at a different one from them, and it is the white scaled one with the black fox on it. I forget what it's called. I really like that look. The Rough Ryder RR603 Stockman, large yellow Stockman. Very nice. You be safe out there, as always. You got to be careful. Sharp and shinies, they can catch you if you don't pay attention. And when you're whittling and things like that, always be safe. Remember, never cut towards yourself or any part of your body or anybody else for that matter. An easy check, if you're whittling on this and you have it there and you're cutting, a good test is take what you're working on away and pretend that you're working on it, and see what happens if it wasn't there and the knife went straight through. Where does it go? Does it go towards you or somebody else? You're doing it wrong. It's not safe. Change the way you're doing it. Just saying. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'll be back. Discovered finding old beaters and fixing them up. Man, that's fun. I have one now soaking that I'm really stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm going to take it apart. It's an old knife and it's pretty beat up, but I want to take it apart because I want to know just how these things worked. How does that spring work? How do they sit it in there? How do you take the pins out? How do you put them back in if you have a problem and you find an old knife that has gaps and things like that? So that'll be a fun project. Thanks for watching. Always appreciated. See you again soon.